Right, we're live. What is going on, folks? Once again, Mr. Soul Lover Man 504 coming at you live. Hope everybody out there is having a pretty cool day. So today we are talking about it is better to be safe than sorry. Seriously, it is, though, man. Because I'm not saying take the easy way out, all of those valid things that you've ever heard in your life, all of those, positive things and then for the negative side of it, um, instead of diving into something head first, maybe you do a little research, maybe you trust your instincts, maybe you take advantage, maybe you get up and move, when you just naturally don't feel like it. You keep pushing, all of that is valid within the term of the realm. It is better to be safe than sorry. Like how many people have done something and they regretted it. You might say, well, sir, that is just naturally human nature. People are gonna do things and blah 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 blah. True, but although on the flip side of that, what if you what if you didn't do that whatever negative thing, and what if you trusted those instincts and all that good stuff? You know what I mean? And what if you didn't go on that date that ended terribly, or an 18-month sentence? You know what I'm saying? Those those drunken one night stands that lead to those baby mama, baby daddy drama and all of that good stuff. So, but yeah, man, it is better to be safe than sorry. Thinking before you just naturally jump in to something. If it feels right, and if it's you feel like it's going to lead to something positive, of course, man, go for it. I'm not here to tell you to not to do anything fun, or go ahead and take that trip and whatever. you know um but it is like the path of least resistance. It's like, if you're sometimes I would drive home coming from work and I would hit all green lights. It's a rare occasion, man, but you love it when it happens. I love just driving when there's no traffic outside, when the crazy idiots aren't on the road. Seriously. um but think before. It's almost like, think before, look before you leap. There you go. Because you don't want that drama. You don't want, need, or deserve that drama in your life. But again, it's you, whatever energy you're putting out there. If you're making people miserable and that misery comes back to you, then hey, that's just what that is. You are about that life, and that is the causality of it. Seriously. But the purpose of it is to be happy. Like Bobby McFerrin said, don't worry, be happy. But again, it is best at times. Not at times, most of the time, to be safe than sorry. Myself, I like to know exactly what I'm getting into, but I will put myself out there and I will try something. Like somebody said, you never know when your breakthrough is right there, or that, not just the right opportunity, but the right opportunities, for you to naturally seal that deal. And forward thinking, forward progression. So you never know. So I'm not saying just, sit on the sideline, wait for it to fall out of the sky. I'm not saying like that kind of, that's being a little too lazy, you know what I mean? And maybe being somewhat fearful, um but that's where the discernment comes in. And if you don't have it, ask for it, pray for it. Sit with yourself, go into your higher self, man. There's ways to get it. Pick up a nice book, read it. Maybe there's something in there for you. Maybe there's a message somewhere that you can pick up. Everybody out there is good at some things, but everybody's not going to be good at everything. We sometimes want to thank somebody who's like great at this or great at that. They can do it all, but that's just not the case. It just doesn't naturally work like that. But what I am saying is, uh, to you out there that are listening, it is better to be safe. It is better to be safe than sorry. And I would rather have, I'd rather be happy for the steps that are ordered in my future than things that I dwell upon in the past and say, man, I wish I get that one back. Sometimes we do say that. Sometimes we do look and dwell in the past and like, man, boy, if I could go back and blah 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 blah. But here's the thing, we can't necessarily go back. We only have the now, and we can only move forward with everything. As much as we think about it, and as much as we try to comprehend our situations and think back. 'Cause if I could go back, would I change some stuff here and there? Not a whole lot of things, but I'd change a few things here and there. But ultimately, I am, ultimately, I'm cool. But you just have to. What did it said? If you lay in your bed, you have to make it. I mean, if you lay in your bed, you have to make it up, something like that. But just like saying, if it's your life, so you have to live it. So, and that's just necessarily what it is, man. Because it's just that thing. It's just that thing of, on the flip side of talking about, it's best to be safe than sorry. Um, on that safe side, when you're protected, when you're divinely protected, when you're spiritually protected, and you know that you have been activated, and you know that you still have a lot of gas left in the tank. People, I think, one thing in this American society, we have this big thing about age. And I mean, on the side of, well, you're too young. It's almost like people try to hold you back purposely. Your dating life, they're like, you've got a kid, it's over for you. You're done. You know what I mean? Or they're like, or you don't have any kids, and they try to shame you for it. It's a weird pact that we have in society, man. It's a very weird pact. I'm at the point now where I look at somebody's life, and their life is that's what their life is. You never know how people got to where they are, or their circumstances. So I'm not too quick to judge. I always try to look at it with discernment and from a distance. From a distance, because the world that we live in now is, sometimes it could be too preachy, sometimes it could be way too, sometimes it could be very much way too judgmental, and it could be very triggering. And being around people who are like in this pack, and everybody's triggered, and they're just trauma bonding, and that stuff is, you can keep that, man. I'm good over, like, they're here, I'm way over here. I'm good on that, because I have enough, you know I naturally have enough going on in this mind, seriously, to try to figure out, like, day to day and all of that stuff. Hey, what is going on, ma'am? How are you, Mr. Story? Thank everybody for joining me. So yeah, so I got enough going on, man. Like, for real. You know, to be with people who don't mean me well or any of that good stuff. I'm so glad that I have my discernment, and especially with people, or just being in a group or whatever. If I'm not feeling it, I'm out, man. Just wasting my time with wasteful conversations. The one precious thing that I feel like we have is time. Um, because that's something we cannot get back. And once it's gone, the minutes, second, days, hours, whatever that is, you know how it goes. So I implore you to do better, to stand above, to right, those people that just like to suck up everything, man. And I mean, they will suck up everything. Miss Gloria Ashmore said, "No time for energy vampires." That is very true. It's like, if we're not talking about elevation, like seriously, if we're not talking about elevation or moving forward or wisdom or knowledge or something, or we're just sitting down, just having a good time, man. I'm just not for it. I'm just not for those spaces. So I left Clubhouse alone. I go it's I go on there and it's just like somebody said, it was good for its time and what it gave when we were locked down. And but it's times are different. People kind of move on and grow and all of that good stuff. So but yeah, man. So yeah, it is true though. It is best to be safe. It's best to be safe than sorry. Let's say you go out on a date goes horribly wrong. The person is like, like come back to my place, and you're like, nah, you like, hey, okay, stay right here. Let me go, let me go check something right quick. You go to the bathroom, you skip out, go jump in that Uber or whatever, jump in your car and go home. And it's just best to always best to follow your first mind, man, for real, and just not to lose track of anything. It's very, 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 very important to do that. Got some weird folks out here, man, for real, men and women. I don't just all of them crazy. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. But yes, but beyond that, man, go out, be your great selves. I believe in you. I believe in the unlimited, untapped potential that you have, and that's one thing that you can call in, call in that unlimited, untapped potential that you have with yourself, that you are, that you haven't quite tapped into yet. Some things that you are sure of. Just take a little time and think about it. Put yourself out there, move forward with grace, move forward with that undeniability that it is yours, and that nobody can conquer the kingdom that is inside of you, because you are magically, you are royalty, and you know that you deserve the best. And if whatever situations aren't suited for your royal energy and your royalness, that it's time to kick that out of the kingdom, so to speak. So yeah, man. But yes, that's everything that I have for today, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. But again, remember, it's best to be safe than sorry. But all right, folks. But once again, I am Mr. Soul of a Man 504. If you guys want to book your appointments, hit me up. Or if you guys want to check out one of my books, just go to my LinkedIn, wherever you are, or just hit me up with a message, as they say in the DMs. But all right, folks.